pretty large class. It appears, I haven't gone and looked, but you must not have had that much attrition because the number's pretty big.
Yeah, we got I can't remember the exact number.
33, I believe.
31?
31, yeah.
31 guys, yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah. It's a lot of seniors we have here. I mean, it shows you, I think last year they had 32. Just the attrition rate it's dropping every year. People want to be here. People want to be a part of the brotherhood.
So speaking of last year, I mean, you guys have been overshadowed by that group. That was such a dominant senior group with some really big name guys like Keenan and others. Kind of talk about that, because Coach has mentioned that you all have been somewhat overshadowed by them, and you're finally getting your chance to shine.
Yeah, I think what this senior class is doing right now is exactly who we are. We, like you said, we were overshadowed by the senior class's success from last year. But I think this senior class took that as a challenge, and we accepted that challenge, and we're going to prove what we are and who. And we're not the Keenan Reynolds team or the Chris Swain team, but this is a Navy football team that's grown up, and this senior class is willing to do anything to prove that.
You have a chance to have finished 2 straight seasons without losing at the stadium over there. How important is that to you?
I think you always hear protect your house, protect your home, and you always want to win at home. And I think just the fact that the streak has continued, I think that's something we need to keep up and keep in our minds mentally, just knowing like, hey, we don't lose here. This is something when Navy football fans come to watch, they know we're going to win.
So can you kind of talk about the bond that exists between the seniors? Because I think you've got some guys like you and Tago that are injured now for the year. You've got other guys that are playing prominent roles. And you got a guy like Troy Thompson who's running scout team quarterback. Can you talk? I think it doesn't matter to you what each guy does it?
No. At this point, when you become a senior, you know your role on the team. You know what part of the team you are, and everyone accepts it and embraces it. Me and Tago being the ones that are injured, not being able to participate for the rest of the year. I mean, a couple other guys that are injured, not being able to participate for the rest of the year. And just knowing like, hey, this is my role, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to accept this role because it's for all these guys out here, it's not for myself. And every other senior understands that, from the starter and Will Worth to the Troy Thompson, who has devoted every day coming out here to give us the best luck we possibly could have. And it just shows the selflessness of this senior class.
So obviously one of the big accomplishments of last year's senior group is they tied the record for most wins by a senior class. 1909 had been the record. Now you all have a chance to tie that same record and surpass it, perhaps. Is that something that would mean something to you all, to become the winningest senior class in Navy football history?
Definitely. You look at last year's senior class, you think of they're the best team to ever play Navy football, most wins, but then you look, okay, well now this next senior class has the same opportunity, if not to surpass it. And I think that's something we're going to look at. But I mean, like Coach Nima always says, we got to take it one game at a time, 1-0 every time, and just proceed from there. And then whatever happens, happens. I mean, those are for the statisticians to look at and for other people to talk about. But for us, we're just trying to get W's.
All right, thanks, David. First of all, just talk about what this group of guys means to you. 31 seniors. It's a pretty big class, and I'm sure every one of them means something to you.
Definitely. Like you say, everyone means a lot to me, and the struggle that we had to go through, I mean, we talk about it all the time since freshman year. Some of us at naps, to get to this point is just like a big deal. It's almost like it's surreal. We thought this day would never come, but it's finally here, and it's just like, wow. Like, we watched the seniors last year, the year before that on senior night, and how emotional it is, and we're all starting to feel it now.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I mean, can you think about what that's going to be like on Saturday when you go out there with your closest family members and all of your brothers, and you're getting honored that last time? Has it hit you really that it's come?
It kind of did hit me yesterday, and I try not to think about it because, like I said, emotions run high. And I think about, when I was on the field with my brother at Syracuse and his senior night, how he was and how I was like, wow, like this is it for you, in college. It's all we dreamed about, and it's crazy now. It's my turn, and he'll be right next to me on the field. So it's emotional.
Memories at Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium. I mean, I can't even imagine what's going to go through your head of the times you've played football there.
So many. wins, losses. I mean, just memories with the brothers in the locker room after games and tackles. You know, being as a freshman, playing as a freshman on the kickoff team, tackles that I made. You know, against Hawaii. I remember that one. I'll never forget that. Towards the end of the game and beating Air Force. It's just so many memories that just runs through my mind on the Marine Corps.
Coach just talked about this senior class kind of being slated. I mean, last year's senior class considered the greatest in program history, did things that never happened before, greatest season in program history, and everybody thought with all that group graduating, the Navy was going to fall off. Coach has mentioned numerous times about being angry at looking at these preseason rankings and seeing you fall into 80th after your 18th. Talk about what that's meant to the senior class. Was there a concerted effort to prove that you all had good players too?
Definitely. We recognized what they were saying about us early on, and especially with the senior class leaving and everything. But what we did was literally took what we learned from them and just put it into our way of life and how we wanted to lead this team, and just kept on grinding every day. And we knew what we wanted, and we knew we wanted to leave our mark. You know, the seniors last year left their mark, and that's great, but now it's our turn to leave our mark, and that's what we're doing now.
One thing that the senior class from last year did not accomplish was an American Athletic Conference championship. You can do that. You control your own destiny toward that. Is that something that would mean a lot to you, that you could say you were the very first senior class to win an American Athletic Conference championship?
Most definitely, yes, sir. That's what we're striving for. Last year we strove for the same thing, came up short, but now this year we have a chance now. Like you said, we control our own destiny, and we plan to be in that championship.
So just overall, when you think of these seniors, I mean, 31 guys, and I'm sure you have a personal relationship with every single one of them. Is it these guys you think you'll be talking to them 25 years from now?
Most definitely, without a doubt. I know wherever we go, no matter where we're at in the country, pick up a phone, say, hey, I'm in this spot. If some close brother, one of 31 of us, we're going to connect. And it's just going to be like old times, like all the older gentlemen that graduated years from here said, when you're, actually Clint Bruce said it, when you're with your brothers, you're home. And that's what I truly feel.
All right, thanks, Tony. Can you believe it's here?
I can't. That was actually the first game I got to dress out for my freshman year.
Really?
We were playing South Alabama, and yeah, I can't believe it's been 3 years, and here we are.
So we talked when we did the story on you earlier this year about your massive family. How many will be here to celebrate Senior Day with you?
Everybody but one. My
Really?
little brother's in Spain doing a year studying abroad, so he can't. I couldn't convince him that it was worth the ticket to come across the world.
What are we talking, like 7, 8 people?
Six.
Wow.
Six.
They're all going to go on the field with you?
Mm-hmm. Everybody will be on the field. My brother just got married, so his wife will be here. So that's exciting too. So yeah, it's gonna be good.
What can you say about this group? 31 seniors. You know, you've gotten to know them pretty well over the years. What can you say about this group and what they've done over the course of 4 years?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't trade them for anybody. Everybody's sort of. I mean, nobody really gave us much of a chance this offseason. And yeah, I mean, nobody really. Like in that locker room, we knew what we had. We knew what we were willing to commit to our season and what we were willing to put into it. And I respect the heck out of these guys. I wouldn't trade them for any other group of seniors in the country. So yeah, we just want to finish it strong. Yeah, Saturday's senior night, but it's just one more game because we have more to play after that. So.
Well, Coach Diamont has mentioned about last year's senior group was considered the best ever in Navy history, and when they graduated, the outsiders thought that this program was going to take a severe tumble, and you know it kind of was a lack of respect for the seniors that were coming back.
Well, no, I mean it's true. I mean I don't think anybody was unreasonable to think that an inexperienced group wouldn't do well, but I think it's also something that our program does that we think we do a pretty good job of layering people and culture as well. Like our seniors passed on a set of values and ideals and the way to play the game that, I mean, yeah, the faces change, but the product can be pretty similar, I think. So that's one thing we learned.
So last year's seniors, they tied the school record for most wins by a senior class. 1909 was the first.
Right.
You all have a chance to tie them Saturday, and with a few games left, you have a chance to surpass that. Is that something that would mean something to you to be the?
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you're who doesn't want to compare things, but I mean, we like to keep the 1-0 mentality. But I mean, yeah, if we pass them up, yeah, I mean, I'm sure I'd go call Joey Gaston sometime in the spring and remind him that we
one more game.
We one-upped them. But I mean, that's not the focus. We're trying to get this one on Saturday and not think about the records or stats or whatever. We're just trying to get this one because of the implications it has for the conference and just, I mean, winning's winning. You always want to win.
What about finishing a year undefeated at home?
that's something special. That's something very special. And especially with the senior night, there's a lot of alumni will be back. So I mean, just to sort of the torch was passed to us from the guys last year. They did really well. We have one that was like the second longest streak or something like that.
In the nation, right?
Yeah, so that means a lot to us. So yeah, I mean, we have a special stadium, obviously, compared to other ones that you play in the country. I mean, we have the different places our Navy and Marine Corps has been around the world. Other teams will have conference championships or whatever. I think that's something special about winning in that stadium as opposed to others. So yeah, that's what it means to me at least.
All right, thanks, Adam. Senior class, so these guys that you've come here through for 4 years.
Yeah, you know, we came in 4 years ago not knowing each other at all. And it's kind of funny to see how far we've come and how big these friendships have made. You know, you're coming out of high school, you always think that your high school teammates and all that stuff would be the best friends you ever had. And it's just awesome to be able to make those bonds here and, you know, argue that they're even stronger. So, you know, I wouldn't trade this class for anyone. We've grown real tight over the past 4 years, ups and downs, and yeah, I love these guys.
So coming into this year, did you feel like you all could do something special? I mean, people didn't think a whole lot of Navy football's chances this year based on the fact that so many of you had not played significant roles or were inexperienced. I mean, it was a group of unknown seniors in a lot of ways.
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of tough to put the pieces together even in the off season. Like, you know, you definitely have. We knew we had great athletes and we had guys that could definitely fill the roles, but nonetheless, it's kind of hard to see. It's kind of hard to envision yourself until you really get on the field. And so, it kind of took a couple early games to see that we had a pretty good good chemistry and good feel. And you know, it's just been a long process. It didn't happen overnight. You know, we came in January and with set out our goals and we worked real hard since then. So. You know, yeah, we definitely come a long way, but it's been through hard work.
One of the things that last year's senior class did not accomplish was American Athletic Conference Championship. Is that something that would mean a lot to you all to be able to say that you were the first senior class to win that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, not only just being the first, but just to win that conference championship would be, great. And that would put us in a place to do some other things. And yeah, that'd be awesome. It's definitely one of our main goals coming into the season. And the fact that we're this late into the season is still very practical for us to do it. It's definitely rewarding.
So DJ Palmer was talking about after the Notre Dame game how every senior has a story. There's Josiah Powell almost got cut, and Will Worth's a backup for 3 years and then suddenly gets thrust into the starting role. Is that something you think about what when you look at all of your friends that are in this class, how each guy has persevered to get where he is today?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's maybe like one or two guys that had a clear-cut shot from the beginning, which is not just because it happened, but because they're good players. But yeah, you could definitely argue that every player has their own story, whether they're getting hurt and not necessarily seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, or if you started out real bad and found their role. Yeah, everyone has their own unique story.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Patrick.